So today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today I'm headed over to the Salt Lake City FanX, which is kind of like a Comic-Con, but maybe a little bit more pop culture. There's a lot of cosplayers who 3D print their own costumes, so I'm going to try to find some that I find are just awesome, interview them, and just kind of see how they built it and how long it took, as well as to see if there's any really cool exhibits and art that I can show you. But anyway, I'll see you when we get there at the Salt Lake City FanX. So here I am to look at some of this amazing art. This is all handmade by you.
It is, yeah.
And it's all made using resin. So yeah, let me tell you real quick how you make this stuff.
So I start with a solid slab of 1/2 inch thick cell cast acrylic, and then we clamp it in place. And then I'll cut into the back, and in those grooves, we backfill it with epoxy resin. So here on the edge, like you can see right here where the cuts are, you kind of see that depth protruding in from the top down.
Yep.
And then the image starts forming on the reverse side. All the pieces take a long time. I can usually do a couple at a time because it's a big enough machine, but they have to stay completely clamped in place for about 2 to 3 weeks.
Just for the drying cycle and all the different takes?
Because each color has to be done separately, and so it's between 10 to 20 colors, and the curing time takes a day and a half to make sure that it's solidly cured.
That's crazy.
Before you can recut through the colors and start on the next color.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it before, so
Thanks.
congratulations.
It's the number one comment we get. It's something that we really tried to lean into, something that was different at shows we had been to, art galleries that we had been to, and we wanted something to stand out and look different.
It does. All right, well, there you go. There's the name of them, the Veiled Resin, so go check them out. And see, I imagine you can buy them online as well, or just at the shows.
Yeah, I mean, you can contact us online. We have some galleries in Arizona, but yeah, the best way to contact us is through the website.
There you guys go. If you want one of these yourself, you know how to get it. I'm over here with Travis over at the Salt Lake City FanX, and he's made this really amazing Buzz Lightyear costume all by himself, designed by yourself, and 3D printed by yourself. That's pretty awesome. How long did this take you?
I started working on it in December.
That's crazy. Do you know about how much? Well, you said this thing weighs about 50 pounds?
Probably right around, between 50 and 80.
50, 80 pounds? That's probably pretty heavy here standing here.
It's heavy.
Do you know about how much filament this took?
12 and a half spools.
12 and a half spools? That's less than I thought it would.
So, tree supporters. Saved a lot of...
Tree supports, yeah, I imagine.
Saved a lot of waste.
You don't have a YouTube channel yourself,
no.
But you have like a charity you work with.
I work with the Legacy Initiative. We're a local nonprofit. So this was built specifically for community events, things like Make-A-Wish, supporting other organizations that support kids.
That's really cool.
That are dealing with like severe illness or life, like traumatic life events.
It's a fantastic suit. This might be one of the best suits I see for the whole day that I'm here.
Well, thank you. You're very kind. I appreciate that.
Anyway, it was good to meet you, and really awesome costume and fantastic work. Have yourself a good day. First thing, what's your character?
Deathstroke.
And when did you start making this costume?
About 3 months ago.
3 months ago?
Yep.
Holy hell, you did this whole thing in 3 months.
I have 8 printers running.
Wow, yeah, and just lots of time?
Yes.
Yeah. What printers are you using for this one?
I'm using Ender 5 Maxes.
So you went hard mode then?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Like not only am I going to make it in a few months, but I'm going to do it with an Enders.
Yeah.
Not to bash on Enders, but they are a little bit more challenging than some of the bamboos that we see out nowadays. How much filament is this thing in?
This is 14 rolls.
14 rolls. See, remember we talked about the Buzz Lightyear and he only had 12 rolls?
Yep.
That's crazy that that's 14. You said, what's your infill on this then?
No infill on any of it.
Really?
Nope.
It's all just shell?
Single walls.
That's crazy. So it must be pretty light then.
I think the whole suit probably is 15 pounds.
15 pounds? That's not bad. That's not bad. I think it looks great. You did a really good job with it. All right, thank you, man.
Have a good one.
Yeah, I guess you'll fist bump. There you go. All right, so I'm here with Doom Man over here, and as you can see, he is his costume. Like, if you're gonna dress up as this guy, you gotta pretty much have your build. But mostly we're gonna talk about this thing that you've made. And I'm assuming you made this all yourself.
Yeah, well, a friend. I don't have a 3D printer myself, but I have one of my best friends has one, and he helped me out a lot. I just did a lot of painting and weathering and putting together and stuff like that. So and the sanding, and it was a lot. But like it was my first time working with 3D printed stuff, but it was a lot of fun. It was just a lot of random stuff pieced together. It's relatively cheap, is the way I was able to go.
That's
so.
still though, it's amazing. It's probably one of the better ones I've seen here.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I'm here with Austin from the Dragon Trappers Lodge. So I want to know a little bit more about these minis right here. So you guys, you do use Lychee, you support them in Lychee, probably as well as Chi Box, which is fine.
We just use Lychee, honestly.
Just Lychee?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. See, look at that. And then about these minis, what printers do you use to print them?
We use a 14K Revo from Frozen.
The Revo?
So they're pretty big, yeah. They got a big old beefy build plate, allows us to get a bunch done at the same time. We like the heating controlled hood so that no matter the temperature, that all prints well. So.
How many Revos do you have?
We have a fleet of 6. We're
6?
looking to expand, especially doing all this convention stuff, plus our online store. They get a lot of use, but they work really well so far.
I'm really surprised that you only have 6 printers with like just this stuff right here. I imagine with what you're doing for sales and stuff like that, it's probably pretty hard to keep up.
We keep them running 24/7, basically.
I imagine.
Yeah.
What resin do you guys use in mostly?
We use Hero RPG from Atlas 3D.
Yep.
They're super awesome. We love working with them. They've been doing all of our support since the beginning for 5 years now, and so it's nice to be able to have them do the supports with their resin because we know they're going to be super reliable. We test print everything we make in shop, so whether you're buying the STL files and doing them yourself, you're not going to be running into any issues. And like we put the Lychee files in there, so if people need to edit them themselves, it's all super easy.
But anyway, if you want to, go check them out. You guys are, I imagine you have a Patreon as well as on My Mini Factory.
Yeah, we're on Patreon, My Mini Factory, Instagram, TikTok, we're all over.
All right, so here I am with the Mandalorians. This is awesome. Did you guys all make these together, or each one's kind of made each one yourself?
Yeah, individually.
Individually?
Yeah.
And what's the average time it took you all to make these things?
Years on and off. Like, we've upgraded I mean, I would say that, like, he's the best one to ask. He can throw out, like, what, 13 kits?
13 kits?
Yeah, 13 of these.
Wow. And that's crazy. About how much, jeez. And they're all mostly 3D printed? Is this mostly FDM? And then
some resin. Some resin.
What's the resin bits?
Just like the details, the minor details you might see on certain things.
Like, what would be an example of one where you might have a resin in there? Oh, those kind of parts right there? Yeah, that looks really good. That's crazy.
Like the shoulder pieces, some of those.
That's all resin right there as well?
Yeah.
That's really awesome. What is yours, like a social media you'd like to share that people can come and follow you?
I do Mando_42_. And then that's for my Instagram. TikTok is Demon of Mandalore.
Demon of Mandalore. All right, that's awesome. Well, hopefully you guys get some follows from this one. And I'm here with Kimiko.
Yes.
Yes, and this is the costume that, you made the staff there, right?
Yes, I did.
And how long did it take you to make that stuff?
It took me about the entirety of this week, around 4 to 5 hours a night.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, and I'm still not completely happy with it, so I'm probably going to revamp it when I go home.
Now, how long did it take you to get, like, your hair and everything to get ready?
The wig, I'm really slow on wigs, so it took me at least a couple hours for 2 days, so maybe around 6.
To get it all
just
good?
I had to thin it out and then crimp it and style it and stuff, and then it's falling out everywhere.
It looks really good.
Thank you.
And what's your character for those who might not know?
I'm Arlecchino from Genshin Impact. This isn't her in-game costume. It's more of like a Hoyo Fair alternate version, so.
It looks fantastic.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You did a really good job. Nate, I'm Derek with Lychee Slicer, and I just want to talk to you about your outfit. I guess the first thing is when did you start making it?
I started making this in about 2021.
Oh, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
What was the first piece that you made?
First piece I made was the costume, all of itself, and I've had the shield for actually a lot more years than that. I kind of come every year as Captain America to Comic-Con here, FanX I should say, and then I've been slowly building it up and making it more and more, and then I added the wings, started building wings I should say in 2021. I didn't actually have them launched and here until 2023.
Have you any piece that's new for this year?
This year, I added more lighting and fixed the mechanics on the wings to work a little bit better. I can demonstrate
so
them
they
for
can
you.
actually move. Let's see that. Oh, that's cool. That is awesome. It looks really, really good.
Thank you.
And is there anything in here that's 3D printed?
Yes, the fish scales, the badge, and the actually the other part I had and the shoulder.
Oh, what are those?
Portions.
So what are those made out of?
Just the fish scale parts of it are 3D printed. The rest of it is actually made out of a rubberized membrane. I did try myself to make the fish scale originally 3D printed, and I couldn't make anything that would stay together at first. So I reached out to someone who was an expert like you to help.
Well, he did a good job of it. I would have thought it was like a molded or something like that. But I wouldn't have thought it was 3D printed. So your buddy did a really good job.
And it was really expensive material. So I'm sure that you know.
That's just what he told you.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
That's what he told me.
All right. Well, it's good to meet you, man. So I hope you enjoyed this little preview of Salt Lake City and the Salt Lake City FanX here in Utah. And if you could, please, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the Lychee YouTube channel. Also, if you could, please join us on the Lychee Slicer Discord if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for watching and have a good day.